Hi everyone, I'm Tara Sevi, Assistant Professor in Department of Media Studies, Christnagar College, Trivandrum. Today I'm going to discuss about difference between news and views from Module 1 of Basics of News Reporting. The trapeze act as a popular feature in circus. When the artist flies through air grabbing the trapeze stick suspended from ropes only to fly back gracefully to his perch high above the floor. It all seems so easy, but the artist knows that it is possible only because he maintains his balance. Even if sometimes he seems to move right or left, he braces himself, distributes his weight evenly, and stays balanced, maintaining the center of gravity and credibility intact. Similarly, in journalism, it is crucial to resist taking sides, for if you do, then you are likely to lose balance. Media is like a mirror that reflects events and trends without distorting what is or whether good or bad. And Nishpaksha or neutrality is what you have to attain. You are on no one's side. To put it obviously, you are on everyone's side. The reader has access to all viewpoints and reports, and ultimately it is the reader who will exercise his choice as to whether he wishes to take this side or that side or remain unaffected by it all. Rather than being led by media and being told what is good or bad by the media, let the readers decide. The readers or the viewers have the right to view, right to read the news, all the news from different perspectives so that they can take their own informed decisions. And let us check some facts from the history of news and views or history of journalism. Early newspapers did not often practice objective news, but later by 1900, newspapers and journalists started going to this type of news. That is, they started practicing objective news. Because of this, people began reading several newspapers a day, which shows that people they are more interested in reading the news when more newspapers could be relied to deliver truth. And 1890s, you knew about the Joseph Pulitzer. You may have heard about yellow journalism arose as a type of reporting that dramatized or exaggerated events and issues. This type of journalism was done by Joseph Pulitzer and William Hearst. And they influenced many countries through fabricated account of events. The media has a large influence over the public, and when the ethical journalistic standards of integrating multiple perspectives and objective writing are not fulfilled, it can create issues as large as a war within countries or war between countries. You may have heard about the saying, old proverb, the pen is mightier than the sword. News is readily available through newspapers, magazines, television, radio, and internet. Every single one of these sources has emerged as a powerful medium on their own individual voice. Anyway, news is important for a number of reasons within a society to be informed to the public, inform the correct sense of the event that are around them, and it may affect them, the events which may affect the public. Often news is for entertainment purpose too. News is important as a social gathering space. Hence, newspapers, either online or physical, place an emphasis on news. Television news has grown to take on more forms than ever. It is no longer a 7 p.m. broadcast of Doordarshan. News is also the websites we see, the tweets we read, the Facebook posts we like. It's any number of media platforms that we engage in our daily basis. News gives view of the world too, and they give information, they formulate opinions and judgments. So news can be can attain the form of views also. Opinionated stories or view stories are important in newspapers. Opinion pieces ought to have the same level of accuracy as a news article. Opinion pieces collectively explain or express the opinion of editorial board. You can see here opinionated stories. They develop arguments about an issue and influence readers. They are subjective thoughts. News writers' personal viewpoints are seen through this. So usually the editorial board, they express their opinion through OPED pages, editorials, features, letters to the editor, and in various formats. There are certain typical features or typical formats for these opinion pieces. One is feature stories. Feature stories, they usually stress on the human interest angle. A news story may stop after presenting the basic facts. If they lose the current value, they may leave it. But the feature story is not like that. They go further into that. They are read like non-fiction short stories. And what about editorials? They are typical opinion pieces. Editorials, they analyze essays. You can see it here, the various different formats of news and views. So you can see the editorial, the mouthpiece of newspapers. Editorials are a mirror of the newspaper opinion, an opportunity of the newspaper to present its view on a particular policy, program, or event. It is an intention. Their intention is to the editorial board's intention is to mold the public opinion, win over the readers to its point. And next is middles. Center of the editorial page, you can see middles. They are called so because they are placed below the article and above the letters to the editor. And they are humorous, entertaining piece of writing. And we have cartoons and caricatures. They are drawings or series of drawings that tells a story or express a message. They teach through entertainment. They raise sarcasm or satirical form of presentation of message and comment about a person, event, or a state of affair. And we have letters to the editor. Letters, they are the reader's opinion. They are forum for the readers to engage with the newspaper. They share their feedback. Dialogue and debates between the newspaper and readers appear in editorial page where the letters to the editor are seen. That means letters to the editor is a space for them. And now we have columns. Columns, what are columns? It is the personal opinion of the columnist or the column writer. He can pass judgments, make recommendations. They distinguish columnist voice. And now we move on to reviews. They are very popular in magazines and newspapers. We usually have a panel of specialists who write book reviews and film reviews, and even play reviews are popular in the West. And in-depth knowledge of the subject is very important for the reviewer. They offer seasoned, or they have a reason behind every opinion, and should have a particular quality too. And when discussing about the views formats, definitely we have to discuss about the news format. There are not much formats, but it is spread all over the news story, or the major space of the newspaper is occupied by the news stories, right? You can see it in the main page or the front page. You can see it in the cover page. You can see it in the see it as a cover story of the magazine, or the inner pages. Objective news you see in the inner pages are part of lead stories are part of this news. And news are the way through which society receives current information. Usually they rely on current information. And these stories report only the most essential information in a concise and impartial manner, and referred to as straight or hard news stories. They are seen in front pages, they are seen in inner pages, and occupy the prime time of television or radio bulletins. So that's all about news and views format. And now we can check the characteristics of news and views. Characteristics of news stories: accuracy. The news should be accurate and balanced without any bias. and objectivity, no subjective viewpoints should come into that. Then concise and clear, it should be very concise form, it should have clarity, and current, usually they are based on current events. And what about the characteristics of view stories or opinionated pieces? View stories, usually they are presented as first person statement, I believe, I think, like that. Or tone of sarcasm or irony can be seen. Exaggeration, superlatives, all these are seen in view stories right from Pulitzer period, right? And parody of an issue or a person. It's very clear in caricature or cartoons and all. And when a newspaper or television presents a view or the counter view, it's part of what? It is part of the their point of view. That means they are trying to discourse the idea to present two sides of an issue. By displaying the two sides, whether the news can be considered as a fair thing? No, because a news can have more sides. But it is also necessary to convey the truth. Then definitely we have to think about the other sides rather than two sides. Multiple sides, multiple standpoints, and as far as possible, you should take an attempt to clean up or find out the multiple viewpoints as possible by inviting articles from diverse thinkers. The dharma of journalists could be best described as they are striving to evolve into a Siddhaprajna. Siddhaprajna means one who operates from a field of perfect neutrality and balance, being aware that whatever the nature of the news and views, he remains untouched by the dynamics of it all. Even he is actually involved in writing and reporting about the happenings all around him. Thank you for the day. Hope you all understand the subject. Once again, thank you.